You know that calm, collected, I don't need much energy a lot of people have? Yeah, that might not be contentment. It might be nervous system shutdown. Thailand made that painfully obvious. I just spent 2 weeks there, and honestly, I ended up seeing people's money blocks more clearly than ever. Not in a judgmental way, just in a wow, humans really are shaped by their environment, and they're not conscious of that kind of way. And I want to share what I noticed because once you understand these patterns, you can spot your own blocks so much faster. So, in this video, I'm going to break down what I observed, how money blocks show up culturally, and how to figure out if you're carrying these wounds unconsciously. You know how Western tourists go to happy poor countries and come back saying, oh, they are so content with the bare minimum, with so little. I'm sorry, what? That's not contentment. That's cultural, emotional regulation. That's politeness. That's harmony. That's masking stress so deeply that even they don't realize they are doing it anymore. And a lot of you watching are probably doing the same. What people interpret as joy is often a nervous system trained to stay agreeable under pressure. Happiness does not automatically equal healed, and politeness sure as hell doesn't equal prosperity. We need to stop romanticizing survival mode. Then there's the difference in how money trauma shows up, depending on where you grew up. This part actually blew my mind. In the West, everything becomes this anxious performance, overworking, hustle culture and grind, perfectionism, needing to prove your worth, hoarding, shame around money mistakes. But in more collectivist countries, I noticed the trauma shows up as this quiet resignation, fatalism. This is just our life. Don't expect too much. Better to stay safe. Modest ambition, risk avoidance, taking care of everyone else before yourself. And both groups swear they are fine. Meanwhile, both groups are operating from the exact same survival wiring. It just shows up differently. And then there's the big one, this so called contentment that's actually shut down. A lot of people have trained their bodies to want less so they don't feel unsafe. Resignation, fatalism, numbing, making yourself smaller, convincing yourself you're easy to please so you never have to sit with disappointment. From the outside, it looks peaceful, but inside, it's literally an economy induced freeze response. The body says, if we never expand, then nothing bad can happen, right? It's quite a sophisticated strategy. One thing I really want to emphasize is that none of this happens in a vacuum. There are systems that create these beliefs. When wages are low, when the economy is inconsistent, when mobility feels impossible and education is expensive, of course you build a mindset around staying small and safe. Of course you avoid risk. Of course you feel like wealth is for other people and not for you. Your money beliefs didn't start with you. They started with the system that shaped you. You just inherited them. And this is where I kept seeing all the money blocks that I discuss on my channel, especially the hard money wound and the money shame wound. The hard money wound is basically the national personality of so many countries, especially America. Working endlessly, working honorably, working yourself into the ground, and still struggling to make ends meet. It's hustle with no expansion, effort with no alignment. It's that pattern of the harder I work, the more I deserve, but the results never match the sacrifice. Then there's the money shame wound, which I saw everywhere. People like us don't become wealthy, don't get too ambitious. It's embarrassing to want more. Wealth is for other people. You shrink your dreams before the world can shrink them for you. And once you see these wounds in one culture, you instantly recognize them in your own upbringing, your family, your behavior, your spending, your goals, everything. You realize you're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, you're just conditioned. You're still running on an old program that's not meant for you. You're just running on an old outdated program. You're just recycling the same old shit. You're not calling in a new reality. That's what Thailand made crystal clear for me. Your cultural programming explains your money blocks, but it does not define your ceiling. You are allowed to build a new identity around money, worthiness, receiving, ambition, all of it. Once you see the wiring, you can rewire it. To build an observer self is half of the work. So if you don't know how you're subconsciously repelling money yet, take my free money wound quiz. It will reveal your main subconscious blocks around money. I promise you it's very accurate. My recent travels didn't just show me new places, it showed me how differently we're all wired around wealth, abundance, success. And honestly, the moment you understand your wiring, that's when your entire money story starts to shift. You need to first identify what it is that's keeping you stuck, what's keeping you from having your breakthrough. Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know why, after all these affirmations, visualizations, and scripting, and all this manifestation techniques and methods aren't working for you? Anyway, let's leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, sending you love, and I will see you in HFE.